Whenever you're ready. Good afternoon and welcome to this regular council meeting for the municipality of Dutton Dunwich. It is June 12th, 2024. It is 5 p.m. and I will call this meeting to order. Clerk Tara, if you would get us started, please.
Moved by Drouillard, seconded by Dreyfus, that the meeting of the council of the municipality of Dutton Dunwich opens at 5 p.m. All in favor? And that's carried.
Thank you. And now we will have our land acknowledgement. Councillor Drouillard, please.
We will begin by acknowledging that the land on which we gather is the traditional territory of First Nations people who have long-standing relationships to the land, water, and region of southwestern Ontario. We also acknowledge the local Lower Thames River watershed communities, which include Chippewas of the Thames First Nation, Oneida Nation of the Thames, Munsee Delaware Nation, and Delaware Nation of Moravian Town. We value the significant historical and contemporary contributions of local and regional First Nations and all of the original peoples of Turtle Island, North America. We are thankful for the opportunity to live, learn, and share with mutual respect and appreciation.
Thank you for that. Is there any declaration of pecuniary interest? I see none. Council received the draft minutes in your agenda package. Are there any errors, omissions? Okay, then the minutes will be adapted as presented to council. Clerk Tara, are there any items not listed on the agenda?
None.
Okay, to number 6 on the agenda, the Drainage Department. We have a petition for drainage works for the Brown Drain. And it's pretty straightforward. Brent wasn't going to hang around. So are there any concerns from council? Okay, I see none. Clerk Tara, resolution, please.
Moved by Dreyfus, seconded by Drouillard, that the council of the municipality of Dutton Dunwich receives and decides to proceed with the Section 4 petition for drainage works under the Drainage Act submitted by Karen Secon, and that petitioners be notified of council's decision to proceed, and that an engineer will be appointed under the appropriate section of the Drainage Act after the 30-day time period of council's decision to proceed was sent to the Lower Thames Valley Conservation Authority and OMAFRA has passed. All in favor? And that's carried.
Thank you. We also have a request for drain maintenance and or repair on the Humphrey Drain. I did have a question on that one and Brent happened to show up prior to the meeting, so I had my question answered. Is there any other questions? Councillor Dreyfus.
Just clarify where the Humphrey Drain is. All it is just a request, right? So
Yep, it is on land north of Pioneer, between Pioneer and the 401 on Dave Durham owned land. Yeah.
okay, I recall him.
I know that drain well because I've been working all spring on repairs down there and it's badly needing this work. Clerk Tara, please.
Moved by Drouillard, seconded by Dreyfus, that council puts the drain maintenance request for the Humphrey Drain in the hands of the drainage superintendent. All in favor? And that's carried.
Thank you. On to correspondence. We have the municipality of Callender urging the government to promptly resume assessment cycle. I think we've seen this movie numerous times.
The same thing in my head.
Any comments? Clerk Tara, please.
Moved by Dreyfus, seconded by Drouillard, that the council of the municipality of Dutton Dunwich supports the resolution from the municipality of Callender calling upon the premier to promptly resume the assessment cycle to ensure the stability and predictability of property taxes while the government conducts its review of the property assessment and taxation system, or respond with an alternative method for every municipality in Ontario to achieve fair taxation. And that a copy of this resolution be forwarded to Rob Flack, MPP, Karen Vecchio, MP, and the municipality of Callender. All in favor? And that's carried.
Okay, item B is Dutton Dunwich School Parent Council and the Home School Association. They want sidewalk installation to the construction or what's being constructed McDonald's. Any comments or from council? During our talk we had on Friday, we always go over the agenda. I suggest we forward this to the county because it is a county road out there, and I know there is work planned on that section. And in talking to the engineer, they're going to wait until a lot of the construction's done down there before they do their work. So whatever we do, if it's along Curry, the county will have to be involved. So with council's approval, we'll forward that on and get some input from the county. Okay, Tara, please.
Moved by Drewlard, seconded by Dreyfus, that the council of the municipality of Dutton Dunwich receives the request from the Dutton Dunwich School Parent Council and the Homeschool Association, and that council assures that the municipality has considered sidewalks along county roads, Curry Road and Pioneer Line west of Curry Road towards the development, and that a copy of this request be forwarded to the county of Elgin for consideration. All in favor? And that's carried.
Okay, thank you. On to the consent agenda.
I just have one more.
Oh, right.
Moved by Dreyfus, seconded by Drewlard, that relevant correspondence was reviewed. All in favor? And that's carried.
Thank you. The consent agenda, we have a number of items here. We have Dutton Dunwich Economic Development Committee, the May 24th newsletter, Elgin County County Council highlights from May 14, 2024. Elgin County notice of adoption of the Elgin County official plan. Elgin County Council highlights from May 28th. Western Ontario Wardens Caucus, May 2024 newsletter, and the Dutton Dunwich Economic Development Committee, June 3rd, 2024 newsletter. Does council wish to speak to any one of those items? Councilor Dreyfus.
Just in reference to the Elgin County newsletter, I just appreciate the fact that the county's recognized Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, and that they're taking it seriously. I know myself, I ride the whole month of August for child cancer, so it's going to be something I'm going to be doing again this year. So I appreciate the county efforts here for sure. So thank you.
Thank you. Anything further? On to the committee reports. We have the Cenotaph Committee, Dutton Dunwich. Not every one of these items has an attachment. Just maybe address them.
Just the BBC has an attachment.
Yeah, the economic development. Pardon me, I just want to make sure I got it in the right place here. It's the committee reports. The Cenotaph Committee, the Dutton Dunwich Cultural Heritage Committee, Dutton Dunwich Economic Development Committee, Dutton Dunwich Recreation Committee, Dutton Dunwich Trans-Canada Trail Committee, Elgin Area Primary Water Supply System, Emergency Management Committee, Lower Thames Valley Conservation Authority Board of Directors, Occupational Health and Safety Committee, Tri-County Water Board, and West Elgin Community Center Board of Management. Now, not everyone has an attachment to here. Does council wish to address any one of those? Councilor Dreyfus.
I'll just address two committee that I'm involved with. The Cultural Heritage Committee. As you're aware, we are meeting only 4 times a year, and just share with you what's transpired in the last couple weeks. The chair of the committee is seeking a review of the Heritage Committee in general, so that will probably be coming to council for recommendation. So we're going to be reviewing the terms of reference and I guess the overall impact that the committee has on the municipality in general. So I think there's a little more clarity wanted, although the terms of reference is very clear. But I think there's a little bit of I don't know what the right word is, concern about what their role and responsibility is and to what extent they should proceed with heritage designation. So that will be coming to council, I'm sure, in the next few months. So
Anything further on those reports? I don't see any. And we have the staff monthly reports. Manager of Roads and Facilities, Water Operations, Wastewater Operator Monthly Report, the monthly Building Activity Report, the Fire Chief's Monthly Report, Drainage Superintendent Monthly Report, Recreation Monthly Activity Report, the Planning Monthly Activity Report, Clerk Monthly Activity Report, and CAO Treasurer Monthly Activity Report. Council wish to speak to any one of those.
I'll just add, sorry.
Go ahead, Councilor.
Yeah, just to recreation, commend the recreation staff and the baseball organization for the work that they've done on the baseball diamonds. A lot of really positive responses from the community. So I think they look really good. I think all three diamonds look really good. And the staff has done an amazing job to work with the baseball association to ensure that they have a great baseball season. And it's kind of exciting because they're getting close to reaching their goal on the improvements on the second diamond, which will, hopefully will start this fall. So we'll see how that comes together. But again, I'm commending the staff on a job well done. So.
Thank you. Anything further? I just have a comment on the wastewater operator monthly report, and I was quite concerned. What would the report say? It was such a wet spring, and quite honestly shocked that it was 95%. I thought it'd be over, but that's where it was continual rain. Where I think where we're getting problem is them belly washers all at once. So yeah, that's what really caused the problem. So Archie was able to keep up, which was terrific news. Okay, nothing further? Okay.
Moved by Drulard, seconded by Dreyfus, that the items on the consent agenda be approved. All in favor? And that's carried.
Okay. We have our CAO Treasurer's Report, April 30, 2024 financial report. Go ahead, Tracy.
Yeah, a little late coming, finally getting April's in middle of June, but just trying to give you a little different layout of these financials so they make a little more sense. So what I've done with this one is I've done the expenses by department and income by department, and then that rolls into that main one you used to always just see. So you can see where they're coming from. I've also supplied you with the capital year to date expenses, the balance sheet, and also your cash flow statements. Is there any questions on any of those? What's that?
Said this makes it much easier to follow.
Well, if you wanted
Put
to
everything
see,
together.
if you
Yeah,
just want to
thank
see
you.
expenses, you can look at each department.
Yeah.
Because as I noted that we're now tracking the equipment and staff time in all the different areas with the new GLs. So they won't have budgets this year till we can figure out what each one's gonna cost or what needs to be budgeted. But overall, of course, we always look good this time of year overall, so it's hard to.
I know a lot of work went into this. All the new GLs, Tracy, a lot of work on top of everything else you do. So this helps a lot. Thank you.
Tara and I were trying to figure out what was gonna look on the agenda reports, because it's a big report, but it's, I don't know how to get the information out there, so.
So nothing on this report keeping you up at night.
No, no, well, no, not yet, but it's more that cash flow one that keeps me up at night, so.
Thank you.
Well, I like on the department expenses, the budget versus the actual. I think that's a real number to council. I think that tells the story. So, yeah. Thank.
Not only for council, but for staff managing departments as well, that they have a handle on where they're at and when they have to slow it down.
Hmm.
And you have item B, the sale of Dymock
I
line.
think Tara needs
And
to
we're
do
gonna- Oh, Tara's handling that one?
No, she needs to do the resolution.
Resolution.
Moved by Dreyfus, seconded by Drulard, that the council of the municipality of Dutton Dunwich receives the report of the CAO treasurer titled April 30th, 2024, financial reports dated June 12th, 2024 for information. All in favor? And that's carried.
Now you can give your report on the sale of Dymock line.
All right, through you, Mayor Hance. So we have an offer, for the property. He came in, at 140. I went back at 160 and we agreed on 150. So I think that's a pretty good price for that lot. So, just need council's approval to get that going and sign off. So if there's any questions?
I was talking to Mike Brady and he thought the 200 was a stretch.
Yeah, it was,
And I think
just
this
never
is a
know.
fair offer and- for that lot.
On service.
There's a water line past it, but yeah. So thank you, Tracy. You, great job getting that done.
don't thank me.
And we
You
can-
guys are the one that had to listen to that guy.
We, no more than staff. Anyway, that,
Yeah.
it's over and done with, so.
Mhm.
Okay. Clerk Tara, please.
Moved by Drulard, seconded by Dreyfus, that the council of the municipality of Dutton Dunwich receives the report of the CAO treasurer titled Sale of Dymock Line dated June 12th, 2024 for information, and that council accept the offer to purchase from Fairview Property Developments, Inc. to purchase part lot 1 Dymock Line, and that council authorize the CAO treasurer to finalize the sale. All in favor? And that's carried.
Thank you. And in your package, we have the Aqua Draft Agreement. And there was some discussion at the last meeting on this as well, so everyone has that in front of them. Are there questions?
Yeah, so I wasn't at the meeting, so I didn't know, I knew what was gonna be discussed, but I didn't know what the outcome was, so I did ask Robin to do a shorter one, because I wasn't sure what was discussed, but I mean, it easily can be changed before we sign it, we just need to get, I gotta get council's opinion on what timeline they want, and then we'll get Robin on this, so we can get going, so.
Is there, are we up against a deadline? Not really on this, are we?
Well, they would like to get, everything in place because they wanted to be in, I think, by the end of August, because Tim's done September, so did want a little bit of overlay, so, I mean, I don't want to keep putting it off,
No.
but I don't know, I don't know what anybody's thoughts are on that. I don't know what was said in the last meeting, so, yeah, so.
Could I request that we defer it until the other two members of council are here? That would be just the next meeting.
Yep,
Would that put you
I
in
can
a
just
current
bring this,
situation?
I can just bring this report right
Just
back,
bring it right-
exactly it is, and yeah.
Yeah, I'm just, I think that I was confused on what we had decided. And I'm not sure that maybe we were all clear on it. And I don't know.
Yeah, I think
Maybe
that,
I'm- maybe I'm
I
way
know
out.
when I talked to Tara, she had it written down, but it said shorter, but she didn't know exactly what anybody wanted.
Right.
either, So,
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
So and I'm just asking the question here. So we have it for 2 years in the draft, correct? 2.5 or?
Yeah.
2.5. So that puts us into a new council.
well, that's
Right.
kind of, I did give some little blurb there that if we do go with a shorter one, it puts it to the end of this council's term. And then you guys can see how it's working but, I mean, it's like any other agreement. You can get in, you can get out of it if you want to. Like, it's totally up to you guys.
So
So,
if we proceeded with 5 years this evening, would you be in favor of that?
If we proceeded with 5 years, my concern about leaving it, it could be a full 5 new people sitting around this table. And one of my concerns is that if we do this and then that's on their plate as one of their first items on their agenda and they are not up to speed on water, because water is the one thing that, well, there's multiple things, but that's the one thing that we can go to jail for. And that I think it would be remiss of us and maybe even a bit negligent to throw that onto a brand new council, because we don't know if there's going to be 5 new people sitting around this table. I think it would be highly unfair to saddle them with that within their first probably month or so of council. So that's my concern. I would be okay with 5 year, or I would be okay to defer until, because maybe the other 2 counselors have a different opinion. I don't know.
We can put it to the next meeting. I haven't a problem with that as well.
Well, I just curious as to what your thinking is, Tracy, like as staff, does it matter? Does it matter?
No, I can't comment, and I just whatever you guys decide to do, so.
I think the thought process, and I like the shorter term, and I think I've mentioned that before. It aligns with Archie. And if Archie's retirement is around that time, then we loop Aqua in on wastewater as well. And then that absolves a new council from dealing with that issue on top of anything else. And this council would still be around to extend that Aqua agreement if it was just water, if it was wastewater and water. So, I mean, there's lots of options to extend an agreement.
I think it's probably, I think best to defer it till we get all 5 of you on board with the same, yeah, so
Okay.
Okay,
if that's what you're
Thanks, I would
thinking,
appreciate
yeah,
that.
yeah.
so Kara, do you have a resolution that can handle that one?
Moved by Dreyfus, seconded by Drulard, that the council of the municipality of Dutton Dunwich defer this item to the June 26, 2024 meeting. All in favor? And that's carried.
Okay,
Okay, just one more. This is just a reserve request to transfer some reserve money. Request that the cenotaph donations get transferred to the military hero reserve, because it's throwing my operating out because it looks like we got a lot of money in the special events, but it's actually the donations. And also we got a late invoice from the Tri-County Water Board for some capital contribution of $28,000. So I'm looking for permission to spend that out of the Tri-County Water Board reserve, because I believe that's set up for capital contributions. So that's what this report is about, and then I can let the auditors know to put it in year end from the reserve, so.
okay, 2 items there. Any questions for council? I don't have any, so if you're
Fake money anyways, really.
ready,
Moved by Drulard, seconded by Dreyfus, that the council of the municipality of Dutton Dunwich receives the report of the CAO treasurer titled Reserve Transfers dated June 12, 2024 for information, and that council approve all 2024 cenotaph donations be transferred to the Military Heroes Reserve, and that council approved the $28,710 2023 Tri-County Water Board capital contribution be paid through the Tri-County Water Board Reserve. All in favor? And that's carried.
thank you for that. And other staff reports, we have staff appointments for temporary coverage of our building department. That was in the agenda package. Does council have any questions on that? Or does Tara or Tracy wish to speak to it?
It's just coverage for Jackie's vacation in the summer and she, Lee is not available, so she just needs somebody to be here to cover, so. And Corey in Southold and West Elgin is a little too busy to help out, so.
This is the company that she used
Yes.
to assist her, so they know our systems.
Yeah, they were approving some of her drawings and that for her, yeah.
Go ahead, Clerk Carroll.
Moved by Dreyfus, seconded by Drewler, that Dutton Dunwich Council receives the report from Jackie Morgan Bunin, Chief Building Official, titled Staff Appointments for Temporary Coverage, Building Department for Information Purposes, and that council authorizes appointment bylaw 2024-29 to confirm the appointments as required under the act. All in favor? And that's carried.
Thank you. Any unfinished business? Nobody? Any new business? Counselor Gruler.
Mr. Mayor, just, I have a request from the public school. They are being awarded Blue Water School certification for their work toward clean drinking water and not using single-use plastic bottles. And so it's kind of a big deal that they're doing it. And the request was from our library teacher and music teacher who kind of spearheaded this, was that if council would be willing to attend, acknowledge, and maybe present a certificate on behalf of the municipality. I know I spoke to Councillor Dreyfus because I said maybe it's something EDC wants to do, but I did want to bring it to council, hoping that all of council could attend, and or maybe we could do a short video acknowledging them. I'm sure we can make up a little certificate and just hand it to them. I would be happy to pick up a frame if I knew the size of it. But that's the request, is that council come. And sorry, I gotta look on my date. There you go. We probably do. Sorry. I meant to write that down and I didn't. Oh, dear. Didn't I send it to you?
Yes.
Was it the 24th? At about approximately 9:30 a.m. Assembly in the gym. No.
4th of June.
Okay, give me a second. 24th of June. Yes, it's a Monday morning. There'll be somebody there presenting the Blue School certification. So it's a short assembly, and they were just hoping that the municipality would acknowledge the good work of students, because really, going forward, they're the people that are going to take care of our earth, and that they're already like they're just so, they've bought into it so well, and they really promote it. Like, we have an eco club that does trashless days and trashless Tuesdays, and yeah, so, and they sort our recycling, and so, I mean, these are our kids, and I'm hoping that council would be willing to do that.
What's that time again?
About 9:30 in the morning, if we could arrive there. I think we have it scheduled for 9:45 to 10:30. But any or all of council would be cool if we could have. If not, maybe a staffer would come if council isn't available, just to do something on behalf of the municipality. I know that I can think of one staffer that would probably be all over it. Our clerk is a real green person, so. And Tara, if you would like, I can send you the link so you kind of know what the it was just called Blue Schools, and they added water in there. Yeah, if you want, I can send you the link so you can kind of have a look to see what it's all about. It's a school-based program. So, oh, and the other thing I wanted to mention was that our grade six, they do a project every year for a global initiative. And this year what they're raising money for is Ryan's Well. So again, they're really invested in making sure that we have clean water going forward. So.
Good stuff. Anything further? Okay, on to announcements, and I have one. And as of today, our OPP station here in Dutton is being manned, womaned. Well, I know it takes it off the market, but this is a positive.
No, that email that Tracy sent today, because her and I were talking after, and I said, because I mentioned whether she mentioned the rooms at the medical center. And the girl didn't want those. And then Tracy mentioned the police station. I said, well, I know they're in there. I think they use it for a washroom, but I didn't realize they were actually made.
No, it's more than that. And Inspector Nemps was at the our flag raising yesterday for elder abuse. And and she kind of gave me a heads up a while ago that this was in the works. But as of today, it'll be staffed 24/7. They are running out of room at the St. Thomas Detachment, and they are also working with Chatham-Kent, sharing resources. So between the Elgin and Chatham-Kent constables will be utilizing that facility. I take this as a positive. There will be more presence in town, for one thing. And I'm sure OPP that live in town, hopefully they don't have to drive to St. Thomas to report to work. And that just seemed like such a waste to me. Anyway,
This means I have to go slower going home.
you do. Obey the speed limit on Curry. Any further announcements? Nothing, okay. On to 14, proposed bylaws. 2024-28 tax rate bylaw. Any questions from council, or we just go right to the resolution? Clerk Tara, please.
Moved by Drulard, seconded by Dreyfus, that bylaw 2024-28 being a bylaw to establish a levy for the year 2024, to adopt tax rates for 2024, and to provide for penalty and interest in default of payment and the collection thereof, be read a first, second, and third time and passed. All in favor? And that's carried.
And we have 2024-29, appoint a deputy chief building official. Clerk Tara, please.
Moved by Dreyfus, seconded by Drulard, that bylaw 2024-29 being a bylaw to appoint a deputy chief building official be read a first, second, and third time and passed. All in favor? And that's carried.
Okay, Tara, if you want to get us into closed.
Moved by Drulard, seconded by Dreyfus, that the Council for the Municipality of Dutton Dunwich now moves into a session of the meeting that shall be closed to the public at 5:33 p.m. in accordance with Section 2392 of the Municipal Act SO 2001, Chapter 25, for discussion of the following matters. A, labor relations or employee negotiations, Section 2392D of the Municipal Act for the Medical Center. All in favor? And that's carried.
Okay, let's take a couple-minute break. We are back. Item 16 is confirmed proceedings. Resolution, please, Clerk Tara.
Moved by Drillard, seconded by Dreyfus, that bylaw 2024-30 being a bylaw to confirm the proceedings of the municipal council of the municipality of Dutton Dunwich be read a first, second, and third time and passed. All in favor? And that's carried.
And the last one.
Moved by Dreyfus, seconded by Drulard, that the meeting of the council of the municipality of Dutton Dunwich closes at 6:41 p.m. All in favor? And that's carried.
Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Did Murray call you this afternoon?
Yep.
Okay, good. I asked him to. Yep, yep.
Good talk, yeah.
Well, he called me and said,